Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing as Armenia and forming the Kingdom of Armenia. And this was a suggested video, so thank you for that, and keep them coming, guys. I mean, we got, we got plenty as it is. Also, I don't think I'll be able to post like for the rest of this week. I mean, I'll try at least, but thing is, I got tests all the way until like Friday, bro. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. Anyways, okay. But enough about me. Back to the damn video. So here's the thing, right? Comments came in saying that like I shouldn't just get other nations to declare war on stuff, on like people I'm fighting. Understandable, right? I said this. I talked about this last video too. And so this video, I think I improve a little bit more on that. Okay. I just try to stay away from that as much as possible. So anyways, I invade Azerbaijan, and luckily the game gives me enough stars so that I can just immediately annex everything I need. And I immediately get rid of the troops because otherwise I will run out of economy. And then what I do is I reduce the taxes mainly so that I can make the citizens like happier because I don't want them rebelling, right? And then I take my time with this because I don't want to rush. And then right next door, I realized that Turkey is at war with Russia. And then immediately after, Iran goes to war with Turkey, which is actually a pretty like standard war. This happens all the time in this game, right? But Russia and Turkey, that just adds to it even more, right? So then I think about it, right? And I realize I do the math, okay? Uh, Iran and Turkey are both having territories that require me to conquer, right? I need to conquer them. Iran's army is currently deep into Turkey. Oh yeah, they're really, really deep in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. Anyways, they're really deep into Turkey, and Turkish army is being murdered by Iran. And so what I realized was that I could just invade both countries, and then just seize all the territory. And so I invaded Iran, right? And then I started taking Turkish provinces, and that's when I declared war on Turkey as well. Um, and so now I was basically just achieving like both my goals at the same time. And listen, again, you guys might be saying, okay, you're basically just using the war. I didn't start this war, okay? This one was not started by me. This war started naturally. You guys saw that happen, okay? You guys saw that happen. It's completely like, just the AI doing its thing, okay? You know how the AI is just too idea. AI is like this only, right? So war started on its own. I just took advantage. I sound like such a fucking opportunist. Okay, no. Okay. Anyways, I try to make a peace deal in Iran, but they say no. And so again, now what happens is I realize the troops in Turkey are kind of a little bit under, like, what do you call, under manned, I guess. That's the word to use. That's the word to use. A little bit undermanned, right? And so I keep trying to make peace deals with Iran, and then Turkey starts bringing in troops. And thing is, luckily, oh yeah, by the way, I'm at 100%. My 100% of my economy is into the war effort, which is basically total war right here. Anyways, right? So I continue to press deeper and deeper into Iran. Yeah, deeper. Anyways, I continue to press deeper into Iran, but then I just keep going because I knew I knew you had to do this to make the AI give up, right? Meanwhile, Iran still held territory in Turkey, and I didn't try to be too aggressive, and I actually sent back some forces from the Iranian offensive to go back there to reinforce the line because that was necessary, yeah. And soon enough, I decided that maybe, okay, it's time to make a peace deal. They got to accept now, right? And then I even take some extra lands just for fun. And then the peace deal was successful. And then I move everyone over to the other side because I had a feeling that Turkey might just try to use this opportunity to push back, right? So, oh yeah, and by the way, since I didn't want to take any extra territory, I decided to release the Persian Empire as a vassal state to me. And I was about to give them a province, but then I realized I had no money because you need to do this like weird exchange for the AI to actually accept the provinces, you need to have them like give 100, then have them give 100, and it's really dumb. But yeah, that's the only way you get them to accept the provinces. So I didn't have money, and so instead I just opted to, well, after Turkey was carved up in the peace deal, basically just feast on the remains of a dying Turkey, right? And I thought about making a peace deal, but then I was like, you know what? Why can't I just take more? Like, if I can easily just take more territory, why not? Right? I thought about it, but then I went back and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the rest of Anatolian Turkey, like the bottom part, right? You see there, and I spent a couple turns going further into debt because I kept trying to make Putin friends with me and then get him to give me military access. Didn't work. So then I was just like, okay, fine. I gave up. I like, cause if you look at the money, the monetary situation, I think you understand why I gave up. Cause yeah, now my entire economy was just fucked over because of that war. And so I spent the next many turns just recovering. And of course, Iraq ended up growing in strength by conquering Syria. And then they basically they just took a whole chunk out of Syria. And so I couldn't really do much. I mean, still, I had to like, what do you call? Remember, I had to just assimilate all this massive territory, which is a massive increase. It's like it's like 3 times the increase of my previous territory. Actually, no, more than 3 times, definitely, right? So you can't tell I'm drinking tea as I narrate this. Anyways, yeah, this is nothing really. I was playing it slightly slower because I wanted to make sure everything was right, you know. So yeah. And also I think, well, I was about to, but no, actually, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah. So then right here. Turkey. Remember how we left Turkey alive last time? They just like sort of there. Well, you see, Italy started invading Turkey, and I was like, holy shit! If Italy takes territory, actually no, wait, was Italy? You know, it's like Italy was attacking Syria. My bad. But yeah, okay. No, we took. Oh yeah, okay. So I was trying to take everything of Turkey. I took one province, tried to vassalize them, but then I realized that I had one province to take from Turkey still, and so that was an epic fail. Anyways, oh yeah, right. So Italy started taking over Syria, right? And then what happened was I got Iraq to attack Italy so that Syria could be liberated again. Because one, if Italy start like annex the territory, then I'd have to fight Italy, and that's just a whole nother issue. That's like a whole nother painful war, right? But that's not why do that when it's not necessary, right? So I make it all the way here, and then I decide I threaten Lebanon for military access, which they do, and then yeah, I basically just take all the territory I need from Syria, pretty much, yeah, pretty much. So now that like I'm working my way around, you know, around Iraq and all, so basically stretching out like this, it's a panhandle as they call it, right? Anyways, so yeah, this is just pretty much successful, and I was just like, okay, I gotta take out these the Levant basically, Israel, Palestine, Jordan, that region, that area right there. I need to take out all those countries, and so what I did was I waited a couple turns and then raised an army, to go and then basically begin the fight. And I noticed also Bulgaria was invading Russia. You'll see where that comes later. Anyways, I sent this massive army into Lebanon, and I was like, okay, I can take out Lebanon, and since they're allied with Israel, take them both out in one, just one giant push. And I even bring some troops in Damascus, and then just, yeah, one giant push and then just win, right? But then I realized I just take all the provinces, and then Israel, since like I didn't really need the whole territory, I would just later just puppet the southern parts, because I just wanted to create a buffer against Egypt, or else, you know, if Egypt invades me, well, that's just again gonna be a whole nother pain. Meanwhile, oh yeah, I look up at Europe. All right, what was it? Oh yeah, Belgium was there. Belgium was in an alliance with Jordan, and I didn't want Belgium messing with me. And so I just got France to destroy them for me, and then invaded Jordan. Okay? And listen, that's okay. God, that probably sound like I'm just justifying shit. But At this point, listen. Why fight an unnecessary war like Belgium? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It don't make sense. Like, so yeah. Anyways, I tried to threaten Turkey for that one province. It didn't work, and so I got the troops ready, and then oh wait, no, wait. Oh yeah, I tried to get the troops ready to annex it, like by pretending like no, like okay, I was gonna get the troops ready to invade Iraq, but then in the process just annex that province, but then that didn't happen the way I planned. So in the end, I just ended up taking a whole chunk out of Turkey, and then invading the rest of it, um, and then proceeding to take that one province, and then just taking some more and taking the rest of them all. Because oh yeah, right. I take the rest of them all instead of this time because I don't want to vassalize Turkey anymore. I just bring them back as I just bring back Palestine and then just let them have the territory because well I think I did this in a previous video too. Is as mainly because if you continuously have wars with a country, right, they'll have like beef with you and stuff, and I don't want that again. You know, because like there's like I mean it affects your relations and all. I don't know, something like that. Because if you went to war with, I mean, it makes sense. If you went to war with the country and then immediately after, like, made what what do you call it? Made them your puppet. Those people ain't gonna like you that much, you know. Anyways, I immediately I invade Georgia because I realized that Romania was here, and I freaked out thinking that they were just gonna start taking up a whole bunch of land, and I annexed the bits I want and then vassalized the rest. Meanwhile, Romania just sort of um, takes the rest, the tiny bit they did. And then I realized that I'm still at war with Bulgaria, which I kind of ignored this entire time. And oh yeah, Jordan declared independence, but I didn't give a shit. Anyways, I sent troops. Oh yeah, and then I ended up at war with Romania also because I sent troops in the ocean and they fought with Bulgarian soldiers, and somehow the Romanians get involved. I don't even know. But see, since I did not want to fight Romania, they weren't on the country, like they weren't a part of the countries that I'm fighting or supposed to conquer. I just got the surrounding nations to destroy them, bro. Because honestly, this video is long enough. We don't need to waste any more time. Anyways, Sudan attacks me. Oh yeah, this Sudan attacks me, and then they're pretty quickly dealt with because they were just well, there were a bunch of fortresses in there, so it wasn't a problem. Meanwhile, Bulgaria continued to be an issue because they just wouldn't surrender, and I knew they were gonna bother me. So I continued to get more people to gang up on Romania, and then I tried to get North Macedonia and Albania to get attack Bulgaria, but Bulgaria still somehow managed to win both of them, and I just kept getting more and more people to go to war with Bulgaria, and so yeah, just to stop them. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan randomly declares war, presumably probably for revenge, which makes sense. But no, this time they just back off because, well, what do you think? It's a massive empire. Anyways, finally I get all those nations to stop, like with the attacking and all that. And I move to prepare for my final conquest, which will be Iraq, right? And Iraq actually it was the hardest fight because even though I had more population than them, they had more factories. They had like 20,000 more economy. I think part of that was mainly, I'm pretty sure, due to me earlier, right? Earlier in the game, committing like 100% of my economy into soldiers, right? What happened because of that was that my factories ended up like, not being invested in, and over time, like short term that's fine, but then over time that just destroys your economy, right? Anyways, I proceed to start invading Iraq, and initially it goes really well, but then here and there the Iraqis do have some counterattacks that do actually work, right? But then in terms of their Syrian territories, I'm able to push them out and win those areas. But then I'm pretty sure I just got two I think I may have gone a bit too aggressive because when I tried to make a peace deal, it didn't give me a good one, at least. Not that I was satisfied with. And like I tried to conquer more, I tried to take a bigger chunk, and I was like, okay, maybe we can do with this. Not too bad, right? And I tried to like make that peace deal happen because I was running low on troops, but then they said no, and so I realized, yeah, this is gonna be a long war. And so oh yeah, I even took out low. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys heard that, but it's Diwali. Anyways, right? Yeah, it is. It's Diwali. Anyways, what do you call? Where was I, bro? All right. So basically, right. I even took out a loan just to finance, just to try to like bring more troops in, but the Iraq managed to like Iraq then immediately started to do that thing where they spread the troops, and so it's so infuriating, I swear. But like, what are we gonna do? Anyways, they try push into Syria, but then I keep trying to make like peace deals, right, with Iraq, but then none of them ever work. And like sorry, I realized that maybe it's a good idea to try take the economic centers of like Iraq, which is along the Tigris and Euphrates River, right, as is in real life. And I think, okay, wait, if we can take out their economy, we'll be good. But then, of course, oh my gosh, bro. Okay, but of course, they defend those places pretty well. Oh, and also Russia invaded Georgia. No surprise there. Anyways, I try to annex Iraq. Like again, I keep trying like for the peace deals. They just don't give up. Okay, it's one of those moments. So I keep having to try fight. Again, it's like it's when the war becomes by the turn. You just have to keep recruiting new and new troops, and but like the troops are tiny and all that, so it doesn't really make a difference, and then it just becomes a war of attrition. That's basically what this became. They destroyed my forces in the south of Iraq, but I was able to take out their forces in Syria. Meanwhile, I tried to make a peace deal up in the north to take out their northern territories, which still did not work. They still rejected them. And so I was left with continuously trying to. I tried to play it smart now. Like, I tried to, what do you call, get near to Baghdad, concentrate my attacks there, like attack there, and then like, try to win. And then I realized that the Persian Empire was there, and like, I completely forgot about it, and I was like, okay, you know what? They used to be my vassal state. I think this time is okay, right? Because kinda. I mean, look, bro. Listen. I needed something to break the deadlock, so I got these guys to attack, right? Because otherwise, this would just be even longer. And then what would happen is we'd have to wait until the AI gets rid of its war weariness. And I contemplated calling in other vassals, but then I knew that that wouldn't do shit. Like come on, man, it's not gonna help at all. And then, yeah, okay, they once again try to push back into Syria. Again, this is one of those grinding wars and all that, right? One of the grinding wars. They actually retake a lot of territory, and which is absolutely insane because they just work. They're working with like such small units, which is the most frustrating part by far. And finally, actually, I managed to take Baghdad, which like I started celebrating slightly. And for their troops in Syria, since it was near my border, I was able to raise some new units nearby and then reinforce, which helped a lot actually. So that way, I was able to take down their spreading forces in Syria. Meanwhile, in Iraq, their front line collapsed mainly because of the Persian Empire was also there, and so immediately after that, I annexed the territory I needed to, but of course, alas, the game would not let me, and so I took the northern Iraq territories and then just I left them alive, and then Oh yeah, Eritrea declared war on Israel, so I just got Abyssinia to declare war because I didn't want some random nation ruining my buffer state. Anyways, I started assimilating provinces. Of course, that's that. Georgia got Georgia like lost territory to Russia and then just took all of Turkey in exchange. Amazing trades, honestly. Meanwhile, I was reorganizing my army for, and I disbanded most of it because, of course, I need to save my economy. And then, well, yeah, I think you know where this is going. I basically raised a new army to, essentially, I raised a new army to invade Iraq. Just take the provinces that I didn't or couldn't before. And yeah, this invasion, it goes better mainly because they're weakened, and it works. So yeah, I think. I mean, this is basically what look at the time, bro. It's literally the end of the video. So all I want to say is thank you guys for watching. If you've been watching this long, thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah, Iraq managed to push back slightly. So again, they still got the fight in them, and I was just like, come on, let me just win, right? But of course, gotta have the challenge, bro. That's the thing. Like they kept taking a province or two every time I was trying. I was like about to make the peace deal, but I finally did, and I finally ended the war. Just like that, I formed the Kingdom of Armenia, but gotta keep to the exact borders. So I gave the Persian Empire, my ex-vassal state, some territory. Just like that, we formed the Kingdom of Armenia.